Hello YouTube, welcome back to Charles Garage, and we are still continuing the review of the Jada Toys pink slips as well. So this time we're looking at the Lamborghini Countach LPI 800-4. Once again, I really hope that's the way how you read it. I was never the biggest fan of Lamborghini stuff, so yeah. So once again, we'll be continuing this as well. So this is our fourth version, fourth product as well. So there's a total of 6 cars. So far we've seen the Porsche 918 Spider, the Nissan GTR, GT3, and then the Ford Mustang GT. So finally we're looking at the Countach, and then after that there will be only 2 left, which is the most 2 that I'm kind of excited to see, or kind of curious on how they are as well. Alright, so once again, I ordered this, and I'm assuming because of the cold weather at the time, the plastic blister came in cracked, which is fine. I'm the type of person where as long as the main products come in intact or fine, I'll give it a, an okay situation. I'm not the pickiest person as well when it comes to these kind of stuff. Alright, let me just open the box in a messy way and let's see what we got. Alright, so once again we have a metal tin case and the car itself. So once again, tin case, absolutely beautiful. Love the art style going on here. And once again, pink slips, and if I haven't mentioned this already, Jada Toys and Majorette is both owned by Simba Dickey Group. So once again, if you look at the bottom of the car casting, you can see it's Majorette as well. So because it's owned by the same group, which means they're also using the same factory as well. So while this is Jada, in this case this will be Jada Toys using Majorette as well. But once again, they're like most of the castings do belong to Majorette. So and sometimes you'll be seeing like the Jada's pink slip cars being used by Majorette as well, as far as I understood it correctly. Alright, so once again, tin case, beautiful, slide open as usual, and then we can put in the car. Seems like because of the flat style of the car, you probably could put in 3 or like this as well. Alright, let's see what we got. And once again, just for reference, I also brought the Hot Wheels version, the premium lineup from the Spettacolare series as well. Yes, I also do have the Chase, but I won't be bringing that one out yet. Alright, let's see the details going on here as well. Alright, so definitely a classic red color for Lamborghini. I know like white, red, and yellow is like the 3, like whatchamacallit, classic colors for the car brand. So once again, I think that it was a pretty good choice to choose red. And once again, we have the Lamborghini logo / symbol going on here. This time I don't think it's as crooked as my previous car review. And then once again, we have the headlights being part separated with using clear pieces. In this case, I think both of them seems to be okay, but once again, this side seems to be a little bit pushed down a little bit more. Kind of curious why it's always this side of the headlights, but oh well. And then looking at the side, I think they chose the correct wheels for these, but not the biggest fan of the color, because usually I know gold and yellow are in terms of plastic, are very difficult to make it look good. And I think this is a good example on like the typical not good situation of the gold color going on here. But once again, wheels, you can see the front and back wheels are different sizes as well, and then rubber tires. And this one, unlike the previous one, the Porsche 918 Spider, yes, we have these holes, which means these have suspensions. Once again, although I don't really find why this is fun or special, because it's 1/64 scale, it's small. It's not like you're gonna be like this all day, or you're not gonna be riding this. So I'm still curious. Alright, and then looking at the side here, it seems like this one, because 918 Spider was not a deluxe car, it didn't have any opening features. This one being a deluxe, there seems to be opening features on the door. And once again, I think they did a pretty good job on these type of doors, because I know as a kid I did have like toy cars that open doors like this, but once again, they would always also cause issues or pop out or break easily. This one, I don't think I need to worry about that. And then not as bad of a ugly gap compared to the other stuff I've seen so far. The reason why I'm kind of against other than suspensions, with opening parts, is that if there's opening parts, there's always going to be like a gap that's very, very obvious. So, I mean, sometimes it works, but sometimes it just doesn't work. So, yeah. And then looking at the back here, once again we have the iconic designs, but once again, because the backlights, these taillights are red, being on a red car, I think it's very difficult to show like more details. While the details are there, they just happen to be in the same color range, hence not really popping out as much as you want to. And then looking at the top, once again we have the windows, interior. We can see the interior with the clear plastic as well. So I think they did a pretty good job. And looking at the inside, they did an okay job with the basic, interior style as well. Alright, so before we end this off, let's do a quick comparison with the Hot Wheels version as well. Now, I will admit that the Hot Wheels version definitely feels a lot more heftier because it definitely has more metal as far as I can tell and know. Once again, the headlights, the majorette ones, they're okay, but they do feel like they're like not exactly flat with the surface. They're more like on the inside here. I know depending on the car that might be more accurate because I haven't really seen a real car, but once again, when you compare with the Hot Wheels version, it seems like they're like you know, equal surface level compared with the car and the light as well. So this, while this may not be accurate, sometimes like I assume Hot Wheels would change certain small details to make it look, you know, more, how should I say, natural. But once again, overall, that's that. And then when you look at it from the top here, it's about the same amount of details, but once again, this part is actually black, so you can't really see the inside here, so that's one difference. And then when you compare the size, let's see. Usually majorette will be always a little bit more bulkier or wider, and it seems like, surprisingly, they seem almost equal, but once again, it seems like there is a very slight difference that's very difficult to notice. But once again, I've also noticed this one doesn't have any mirrors. This one actually do have side mirrors. So once again, it really depends on your taste whether you care for these or not. So for me, I usually don't care for those because every time, especially with hobby grades, you have to be very careful with those. So, but being a Hot Wheels, I mean, if it were to be Hot Wheels, it would be very sturdy, so no need to worry about that. But once again, I'm not really sure what's the rule between, like, some cars have the mirrors or not. So yeah. And then looking at the back, once again, more better details on the Hot Wheels version because, you know, different color going on here as well, a little bit more different details. But once again, it's really up to your preference. Which one do you prefer? Do you want something that has like suspensions or gimmicks, or something you just want to have sturdy and that will definitely survive a few like hammer attacks? But once again, they each have their own charm and specialties. So once again, really up to your preference. And it's also the matter of which one can you actually get. So yeah. Anyway, that is pretty much it for the review. So far we have seen 4 cars at this point. Once again, I mean, there's now at this point only 2 left, and the last 2 are the Aston Martin and the McLaren cars. Very excited to see those next week, so hopefully we can end things there. Once again, I'll be uploading a YouTube Shorts videos of the cars so you can see a little bit more detail. So until then, so if you guys got any more questions or details that you want to check, you can check those videos out or leave a comment below. So until then, see you guys next time.